His predecessor, David Villa, was unable to steer Valencia to La Liga success, but he still made a huge impression at the Mestalla. Soldado has filled that void, and he now wears the captain's armband.
There have been many comparisons, but thank God everything has been going well for me, and people have started to forget about David Villa. As new players have arrived at the club, and I'm not just talking about one or two, people have started to forget about those who were here in the past. But it was never about one player being better than another.
In this game of numbers, Soldado will hope his team have more than 3 points on the board after their meeting with Barte.
Tonight's edition of your weekly sports show on Grts. Michael there with us next week. Until then, from me and the entire Sports Tonight team, do have a pleasant week. Hi there, welcome to Sports Tonight with Mbadingol Jame Foundation for Peace wolle kumandiro ke kotenke. His Excellency Banko Nyatonko Sheikh Professor Alhaji Dr. Yaya AJJ Jame ala Nyatonka ya bunyari ngokoto Jame Foundation ke la sango sansima mbamenke wala sita nyinam fana. Nyinang ye lungo me muta wala mu arjumoti December karo tili warawulola Paradise Suites Hotel. Jali luntango me yalon ko anyanta sumungo ke la nyinsuto la wala museku ba bambinoti anen Gambia la jali ngara kotengol. Ila tabulolu ya belarin tenne nyina platinum table wo mu wulita worolti diamond table wulita lulu gold table wulita nani mo kilin nalu wuli kilin kemelulu Jame Foundation be mobe kere kere bunyato kumandila nyi lungoto kaitandi ko men sototaji akamuru bankole kam fayir wasita nyato no nyame kal hakilo blandi ko December karoti li warawula rem arjuma lungo Paradise Hotel oto men yenyi lunkum ma sponsor wolem Africell.
Toyota World of Wildlife. From the seas to the savannas, from the rainforests to the high Himalayas, our natural world abounds in richness, variety and splendor. That's the nature of life, and that's the nature of Toyota World of Wildlife.
In this show, we take a look at the youngsters. Babies have to be taught all sorts of skills, and they learn them any way they can. They also face all sorts of dangers, sometimes from very unexpected quarters. These warbler eggs are also in danger, ousted from their nest before they can even hatch. Filming babies who live in treetops requires a bit of ingenuity and a lot of equipment. And a bit of ingenuity comes in handy if you're a cichlid mother protecting your family. But curiously enough, some creatures that live in the water have to encourage their young to swim. We start, though, in the cold wastelands of the Siberian tundra.
The arrival of the rare red-breasted goose in June signals the end of the long, harsh northern winter. The geese migrate to these areas to feed on the fresh shoots of new grass now appearing above the melting ice. But primarily they congregate here to mate. At these latitudes, the very short summer squeezes the entire breeding cycle of the geese into 2 or 3 brief summer months. The geese mate as soon as they arrive, and by the end of August, they'll have flown away with their young. Around 6 goslings hatch at the end of July, and they remain in the nest for the next few days. These early moments are crucial to the chick's future, because it's during this time that the chicks imprint on their mother. Imprinting occurs when the chicks make a strong, lasting bond to the first moving thing they see, in this case, their mother. It means that the chicks will follow her wherever she goes. And it's vital that they stay close. Separation at this vulnerable moment could spell disaster. But the instinctive attachment binds them together. And now their mother can lead them around in safety, teaching them the basic skills they'll need to survive. But what if the first thing these little chicks see isn't their mother? Or even a goose at all? If the first thing they see is a human, then in their eyes, she's their mother, and they follow her wherever she goes. And being a mother means taking on responsibilities, like teaching them how to swim. As well as swimming, she needs to keep them fed. But finally, and most importantly, she must teach them how to fly. No matter how comical this might make her look. Soon, these fledglings, despite their unusual learning process, will be just as accomplished flyers as their wild cousins. Did you know that red-breasted geese deliberately nest near peregrine falcons? While the falcons nest, they won't attack the geese, but will see off predators like the Arctic fox. And did you know that in a colony of honeybees, only the queen gives birth? She also controls whether her offspring are males or females. But now to a secluded reed bank in England. It looks safe and peaceful, but an invader is watching and waiting.
In amongst the reeds, a young family is being raised by a pair of devoted parents. This reed warbler is incubating her eggs, unaware that she's being observed by an ancient adversary, the cuckoo. when it comes to raising their families,